Hello everyone. So let us go through why we are going for GoldenGate. So you must be wondering that there are a lot of tools available in the market to create the replica of the database. That's a real-time replica. Even in Oracle, we have active data guard, right? Uh, that will do a real-time replication for the database. Definitely, the target it always remains in a read-only stage, and it can be used as a reporting server. So why we go for GoldenGate? Why we purchase the licensing of the GoldenGate? What extra capabilities GoldenGate has as compared to other data integration tools or other application tools as well? So in the top, I would say the first benefit of GoldenGate is that it is supporting heterogeneous mix of databases, and it is also supporting cross platforms. That does means that it is supports all kind of databases from starting from Oracle to MS SQL, MySQL, all the RDBMS databases, Sybase, DB2 replication. So cross replication also possible. Like if I want to replicate from Oracle to MS SQL back to Oracle, and on different operating systems as well, which is not so, which features you will not find in other tools, especially in the active data guard of Oracle, right? So if you want, so your one of the replica should be on the Windows, and you want to replicate from Sun Solaris to Windows, not possible. So most of the things are not possible. So it is supporting a lot of databases across different versions as well, and it also has some additional adapters for other databases as well, from big data or NoSQL databases as well. Okay, so that would be an additional adapter for it. So RDBMS, it's same if you're going from MS SQL to Oracle or any other RDBMS databases. So zero downtime migrations and upgrades are also possible for databases now. With the help of GoldenGate, we are able to migrate the databases and upgrade the databases with almost zero downtime. I will not say it's completely zero, but almost very near to zero downtime migrations and upgrades are possible, as real-time replications are happening across the databases, and definitely it is able to do it across operating system and across versions. So if I want to migrate my databases from Windows to back to Linux server, so what will happen? I can do an GoldenGate replication. I can deploy a GoldenGate replication in between, and one day when there is no lag, I can switch over to the new database. Similarly, I can upgrade the databases as well. So it can synchronize the data in the distributed application. That does means is that I can distribute my databases across multiple small databases, which will definitely study in the next lesson, that is understanding the topologies of GoldenGate. So I can have one database, that's the master database, and I can have multiple replica of the databases across different servers, right? So my one big database is replicating few schemas over here, in one database, few schemas in the second, or few schemas in the third, or maybe all the schemas in all the databases. So I can distribute my applications. Okay, I can also replicate data in the bidirectional format. So none is source, none is target. Your database is changes happening on database A is going to B, changes on B going back to A. So it is supporting your bidirectional as well. It is also supporting bulk data loads. You must be knowing as an Oracle DB, like we have SQL loader utility, right? So with the help of SQL loader utility, it can combine with the SQL loader utility. It can read from Excel files, from the notepad files of SQL loader utility, with the file which is created with the SQL loader, and it can load that data into the database. So now the third point, which is also very important, is the compression and the encryption, right? So because it's a replication tool, so data is getting replicated from A to B, right? It is getting replicated from A to B. So during that time, when it is replicating from A to B, the network from where it is the data is transmitted, in that network definitely there is a risk of the data could be hacked. So I can encrypt the data across the network, and also it is storing the data into some trail files in between as well, in the source and the target machine. So that trail files can also be encrypted. So definitely the data is secure with using encryption technique of GoldenGate itself. And it also provides the facility to compress the data across the network. That does mean is that the data, when passing from A to B, can be compressed as well. It provides various exceptional handling techniques and ignoring data conflicts. So definitely is like this GoldenGate is kind of we do made parameter files in GoldenGate, and we do have some programming capabilities which we can use in GoldenGate. So in case of any kind of failure or any kind of such scenario, you can deploy exceptional handling techniques as well, so that your process doesn't crash, your script doesn't fails. Okay, so it can ignore some data conflict. So these kind of capabilities also have, it can do some conditional replication as well, using if loop for if loops, if conditions as well. Okay, enables fast recovery after interruption. Enables a fast interruption means is if there is any failure in the network. Okay, the network in that server A, the data which is transferred from A to B, the network is down. So a network is down, definite replication will not happen, the process will crash as well. So once the network is up and you're starting the processes manually, you need not to interfere much, you need not to do some manual intervention. Okay, so you need not to do any kind of manual intervention is required. You'll start the process from where it left. Okay, so it is keeping all the information where it crashed. So it is keeping a checkpoint, you can say that the term used is checkpoint. It keeps the checkpoint from where it is reading and from which point is it writing. So it is more dependent on the SCN number when it is reading and when it is writing. So it knows from which last SCN number it read. Might be that SCN number has gone to archive files. So in Oracle, what we say is the online redo-log files where the current transactions keep on happening. So the network is down for 1 hour or 2 hours, so that the SCN number will not stay in that online redo-log file. It would have been copied into archive file. So GoldenGate will realize that Golden will search for that SCN number. It doesn't know which redo-log file, but it will go into the database and search for that SCN number with the help of dictionary views. That is why it is also needs the access for dictionary views. Okay, so it will go to the dictionary views, will find where the SCN number is. It will go to that archive file and start reading it. So it knows how to do the job. You need not to manually check for that redo-log file or check for that archive file. It will manage of its own. So it is internally it is maintaining all such kind of information. So it is definitely a faster recovery. So in this is all the points why we go for GoldenGate. In addition to that, I would like to tell you that GoldenGate is a logical replication tool. You replicate on the basis of tables and schemas. It is not a database replication tool. It is not replicating your complete database. So we should be very in the beginning we should plan in this way that what all schemas we want to replicate, what all tables we want to replicate. It will not replicate the commands like alter system or alter database, or if you add any data file or add any redo-log file. It is just replicating your tables, the data which is going into the redo-log file. It is reading that and shipping it to the target database. So we have to remember it. It is just not like a data guard which is replicating the data. So this is also an advantage in some cases. Advantage is this, that the target database will remain read-write because of that. And second thing is that if assume you have a big database of maybe 10 or 20 TBs, and you are replicating, you are preparing a reporting kind of server, right? So in case of active data guard, you need complete 10-20 TB, what are the databases. But in the reporting, we might be needing few schemas only. We might not need the complete database. But in case of other utilities, if you want to do, you have to go with the complete database. But here you can select the schema, select the tables which you want on the reporting server, and definitely you can reduce the size on the reporting server, and also reduce the size of the hardware which is required. Okay, so this all are the capabilities for GoldenGate. Why companies, why projects we require GoldenGate as a replication tool, and we'll study further on the topologies part in the next lesson.